Hi, PG1 friends. It's Maura Raquel. I'm so happy to see you guys. And I just wanted to help you and your mommies get ready for play. And I thought that today we can work on our muscles and making our fine motor skills really, really strong. And I just wanted to let moms and dads know that setting up the area and setting your children up for success is very helpful. And I know that we can't be there with your children right now to practice the skills the right way. So I would just like to help you help your children um, practicing specific fine motor skills. When it comes to coloring, I can give my child a crayon like this, and they will hold it like this or like this. But if you ask your children, and this is another strengthening skill, to take the crayons and break them in half, take the crayons and break them in half. Now, if you look at, I have a lot of half-size crayons I keep around for my little child, for my youngest son. I have this tiny half-size crayon. Try to hold it. There's no other way to hold it besides for the right way. So if we keep giving our children half-size crayons, they will eventually learn to automatically grasp the full-size crayons the right way. So, first of all, you're going to give your child half-size crayons and allow them to break it themselves. That's part of the game. That's part of the fun. So we're going to give the half-size crayons, and if you can see, there's only one way to color. And now, obviously, we're going to start coloring with scribbling and designs and circles but then you can ask them to copy things that you ask. So you can say, can you make a line down? And you can draw it, and they can try to copy. Can you make a line across? Or you can call it a side to side line. So lines down and lines across are very important pre-writing skills that we are trying to practice in playgroup. Another important skill is to make a circle. Children innately scribble in circles and they go like this. But if we want to ask them to work carefully, they can carefully draw one circle. And you can ask them to copy you. One circle carefully. And obviously it doesn't have to be perfect, but we just want to encourage them to do it just one time around and even try to close the edges together. So that's how we can definitely practice our fine motor skills when it comes to writing, coloring. I don't suggest giving markers because we can't break them in half, and then the grass just becomes either too far away from the edge of the paper or the wrong way. So I don't suggest markers. I really, really do suggest crayons. I also suggest crayons because it helps them use their strength. They have to, in order to get the mark with the crayon, they need to push down hard. With a marker, I can go like this and get the line. But with a crayon, if I just make a small line, you can barely see it. If I use my muscles and push down, then my picture will appear. So those are important things to just keep in mind when you're setting your children up for coloring. Now today I also wanted to work with scissors. These are scissors. I have a few tips when we're teaching our little ones to use scissors correctly. And might I also please remind you, I like to ask them to push up sleeves and tie hair back if you can, because we don't want any accidents. And always, always, always say, we only cut paper. We only cut paper. And we don't give them other ideas of things to cut. Like we don't say we don't cut clothing and we don't cut hair, because now that's an idea. So we only cut paper is the right language to use. And also I don't like to be so negative. I like to give the positive options. I like to say we only cut paper instead of don't do this and don't do that. It just sits better with a child. And so when you put the scissor down on the table and you allow the child to pick it up with whichever hand they choose. That way you can know which hand is their preferred hand. So I am a righty. I am choosing to hold it with my right hand. I like to put 3 fingers in the big hole and my thumb in the little hole. And then I always, always say thumbs up. Thumbs up. Now we're going to hold our paper. You have your scissors in one hand and your paper in another hand. This hand that's holding the paper is called a helper hand. And when we're holding the paper with our helper hand, we don't want to hold it like this with our fingers on the top. We also want to hold it with our thumbs up. So we have our thumbs up on the helper hand, and we have our thumbs up with the scissor. And what I like to remind them is open, shut them, open, shut them, give a little cut, cut, cut. Open, shut them, open, shut them, put them in your lap, lap, lap. Okay, so that's our open, shut them song. And if you notice, I only have a half size paper of construction paper. It's just much easier to manipulate when you're cutting with scissors for a small child. And you can work with this half size, or you could even cut it smaller and give them a quarter to work with. And again, thumbs up and helper thumb up. And we're going to start our scissor practice with snips. So snip, 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 snip. And they can snip any which way. And it's even fun when the pieces fall down and they make confetti. And you can give them a tray to work on so it's not so messy. And we can snip, 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 snip. So that's how we're going to start our scissor practice, is just with snips. If you feel like your child is ready to continue, we can start to ask them to cut through. And then we say, continue, continue, continue. And again, we're always singing, making sure that the thumb is up. And we say, thumbs up, baby, thumbs up. Give a cut, cut, give a little cut, cut, give a little. Thumbs up, baby, thumbs up. And that's right, that's just a constant reminder for them to put their thumbs up. Because even though you can tell them 1 or 2 times, just if you remind them constantly, it'll help them with the proper hand formation. When you feel that your child has passed snipping and passed cutting all the way through, we can start cutting on guided lines. So again, it's a small paper, and I didn't fill it up with a lot of lines. I made 2 straight lines, and I'm going to sing with my helping hand, thumbs up, and my scissor, thumbs up, and I'm going to sing, cutting on the line, cutting on the line, cutting, cutting, cutting on the line. And there you have it. And of course, our little ones are going to end up like this, but they're going to try their very best to stay on the line and stay on target. And it is absolutely okay if your child is holding one side of the paper with a helping hand for you to guide the other paper also. So that don't feel bad about also putting your hands on that paper just to help guide them. That's absolutely okay. I really wish that we can be in class playing with your children, learning with your children, coloring with your children, and cutting with your children. But if we're not there, the least I can do is help you have the skills to do this with your child. Anyway, have a great, great day. Enjoy cutting, enjoy coloring, and I'm happy that I'm here to help. Any questions, please ask.